Hello and welcome to the Green Business Podcast, where we meet exciting climate entrepreneurs. I am your host, Bharti. With me today is Tarun Kumar, co-founder of EcoSTP. STP stands for Sewage Treatment Plants. Each of our building, whether it is industrial, commercial, residential, they all have STPs. So once we flush and forget, STPs come alive and take care of the dirty water. And they typically need a lot of energy, manpower, and they frequently break down. Tarun and his team are reinventing the way STPs function. They are inspired by cow stomach, which is a long horizontal structure which has several chambers. It doesn't need any electricity, any chemicals, etc. This is called biomimicry, and it works because Tarun has over 300 installations. His clients are large builders, small builders, industries. Basically, yeah. So welcome, Tarun. I have known you for like 2 years, and so happy that we are able to do it today.
Hi. Thanks for having me, Bharti. Yeah.
Yeah, so welcome and curious curious about your unusual career choice. I until like 2 years back, I didn't know there was an STP in my apartment.
Okay.
So it's so unusual that someone from an IT background would choose STP, as a entrepreneurial opportunity to pursue. So tell us more. Yeah.
To intro EcoSTP, EcoSTP is a sewage treatment plant, nature-based sewage treatment plant, patented, and it is designed for decentralized and sustainable treatment system. So you put bad water in, you good water out, without using no power, no chemicals in Shawmut. So normal STPs, conventional STPs need is a lot of machineries, energy intensive machinery, chemicals, those are required. EcoSTP is based on biomimicry that mimics the cow stomach, as you rightly said, and which digests waste with no electricity and no power, no chemicals. And it's a long list of no power, no chemical, no operators, no order, no moving parts. And it works. Like you said, we have 350 plus customers all over India and now in Bangladesh and Maldives. So we are expanding globally. Yeah, how did I start is as I was not in this field. I was in IT for 25 years. Companies like Motorola, Hughes Software, ICICI, Sutherland, etc. And last I was with Aadhaar, setting up the IT security. I was IT security guy, setting up Aadhaar security. And from there, I moved in here. The story goes like this. I was part of I didn't know anything about STPs. And now my people say I'm in deep shit for last 10 years. 10 years I'm doing STPs. But I know anything about this, right? So I was in Aadhaar those days, and then I was part of the RWA, the association of the community which I live here, and the gated community in Bangalore. So one day there's a huge cry that STP is overflow. And there's a big noise in the WhatsApp. People are calling, and I'm the secretary, and we ran to the STP location, and we found there's no STP. I mean, we didn't know what's the word of STP called. It's only a tank, and tank had an overflow that go to the drain, and the drain overflow was blocked. And the whole muck is overflown, and that's the reason the hue and cry. Then we realized there's no STP, it's only a storage tank, and it's going to drain, and drain goes to the nearest infamous Vartur Lake. Famous, right? Which I know you recall, it used to burn those days. I mean, even now it doesn't burn, the entire water goes to Tamil Nadu, so it doesn't, there is a bypass. So those days, man, it used to burn like, last time it burned for 14 hours non-stop. A lake burning. Imagine lake burning for 14 hours non-stop. They got the military to douse it. It's a big story. So we had this huge guilt. Man, we are part of it. I am always blaming the government for Bartur Lake and other things. Now I am also part of the problem. So we had to do something about it. And like we IT guys, we immediately made a plan. We called all the team together, scheduled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, called vendors, choose a STP. And we found STPs are not that easy. It's very, very complicated to operate. Right, so that's where the STP complexity came, and we spoke to multiple vendors. They all are same thing. You have to blow air. All the fecal matter comes in a large tank. In fact, I'll just show this how that I can see. Can you?
Yeah, you can just do share screen. Yeah.
I think that's that is. Can you
enable?
See screen?
Do you see the button? Do you see the button? Share screen.
I can see. Let me just see share screen. Yeah, so
be a green color button. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can see.
yeah. Got it? You can, yeah. Right. So
Yeah, yeah.
what we found is everywhere, all your whatever you flush down, the fecal matter, everything goes to a large tank, and you blow air
Huh,
from the bottom, and you have to blow for some 60 to 20 hours daily. And
huh,
any model you take, that's how it happens. You have to blow air. Why you have to blow air?
hmm,
Because it works on aerobic bacteria. No, that's the keyword.
hmm, hmm.
So aerobic bacteria it needs air, and we are by anaerobic bacteria. So we use anaerobic bacteria.
Okay.
So aerobic, anaerobic. You would have studied in school, colleges, those things.
Hmm.
So that's difference. So aerobic bacteria needs air, so you have to blow air, and 20 hours a day, and that means, and these are big motors, 20 HP, 30 HP motors. We
Hmm.
can't use
Hmm.
solar, which I need to have grid
Hmm.
power. And Bangalore doesn't, Bangalore doesn't have a power consistently for say 20 hours
Hmm.
have a diesel genset, and this is the issue. And then adding to agony, you have to add bacteria again every 1.5 hour.
Hmm.
Is called, and they use all jargon. They call
Hmm.
RAS, reverse activated sludge, MLSS, multi-leaker suspended solid. Very very technical words, but
But
to me as a layman, IT guy, man, you're adding fresh bacteria every 1 hour, right? Full stop.
hmm.
And every
Yeah,
model you take, it is like this. You're adding bacteria 1 hour, and yeah, it works very well as long as you have a blow air, as long as you add bacteria and operators,
yeah.
chemicals. Of course, the top water that comes out, you add to a filter. And
Hmm.
again, nature does treat proper what you call the treatment, whereas these are filters. They're more like a sieve. They're filtering.
Hmm.
So, but okay. But as long as you have a operator power and chemicals, it works very well. But we said no, doesn't fit for us, right? How do we take this forward, right? So that's why we look into a basic septic tank. We did the septic tank design. So we did a small. This is how the EcoSTP looks like. Can you see the screen? The EcoSTP?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
we did a small septic tank, and that improved over the period. And we found a septic tank works well because of anaerobic bacteria. That is the key
Hmm.
thing. And we found anaerobic bacteria is more prevalent in a cow stomach. So we
Okay.
replicate the cow stomach to some extent, very basic. We talk about very
Hmm.
basic. Remember the old Nokia Senator phone kind of thing. Very basic stuff we did in my own community. It's like eating your own dog food. We got it working, and it was so alluring. This anaerobic bacteria was magic. So it got. I just got if you look at how the nature breaks down things, it is beautiful. So I jumped in full time to this. I joined a wastewater treatment company, learned the whole
Hmm.
thing. I had to unlearn every
Ah,
damn thing I learn something
yeah.
new, and we deployed in my own place, got it all working, and then I knew that that's a model, that's a commercial model. So that's why we formed a company, and that time we got incubated by Biomimicry Institute based on US.
Hmm.
So biomimicry is the world's leader in nature-based systems. How do you copy nature? They're experts. So a
Hmm.
lot of science we learn from them. How do you nature thing? Like
Hmm.
again about anaerobic bacteria, the way it works is nature breaks down everything, as you know, everything. So if
Yeah.
you put a wooden log, it takes years, but it breaks down. And that centipede, termites, they break it down. And
Hmm.
when it comes to the smallest unit, that's where the anaerobic bacteria comes in. So they break down further. So this is how the nature cycle, right?
Right.
The hyenas, they come and eat the bones of the dead
Hmm.
animals. So their job is to eat the bones. That's how the nature is designed. Break it down, decompose the whole thing to a smallest unit. So that's the nature's flow. And anaerobic bacteria, we did a lot more research. There are just not Bharti is just not one bacteria. It's like four sets of bacteria works in unison. Like I can talk whole day on this. That's a hydrolysis stage. There's a acidogenic, and methanogenic, four stages together in unison. They work together and break down. It's so beautiful. So we harness this bacteria in a cow stomach because cow stomach, unlike our stomach, is anaerobic based. The four stages. They can even digest cellulose. Same thing we mimicked, and we hit
Yeah.
and try. We got it all right. And the last stage we have the wetland. We call stage four.
Hmm.
Right
Hmm.
now, this is another beauty. Wetland is an old concept. Right, it's a very old concept, but we improved the
Yeah.
wetland, and we got the wetland science ready. Wetland, the good thing wetland is they treat waste. Normally in a
Hmm.
normal STP,
Yeah.
they put a charcoal filter and a sand filter, and they use mortars to push it out. So they don't treat; they only sieve, which means
Hmm.
the muck remains. So
Yeah.
the famous one is our RO reject water, right? RO reject. So
Yeah,
RO
that's right.
it's a half because they all believe in filtering it out. So the muck, the balanced water, it has to come out somewhere, right? So in the nature that doesn't happen. So we got it all done, and then we started selling commercially, and that's how I
Oh,
joined. Then slowly the team formed, the people came.
right.
Then we did the first 100 customers we did, and
Yeah.
we didn't go all over the customers. We just did only first customers, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then we went to the big ones.
Huh.
Yeah, so that's how
Okay.
the so we started with the small builders, right, and few
Huh.
customers. So we didn't want to go to the big ones, and then we
Hmm.
went to the small one. We did over 100 small builders. We learned a lot, and then we
Hmm.
started expanding. And that's how the story started.
Yeah, that's lovely, and I get it. It doesn't need electricity, it doesn't need chemical, it doesn't need people. So these are all positives of this. But
Hmm.
what are the things that do not work for EcoST?
Yeah, and nothing comes free. So we need double the space than a normal STP, right?
Huh.
The nature
Okay.
does
Yeah.
certain things like time for pregnancy and all. You can't shorten it, so it needs double the space. So how do we?
Okay.
But then how do we hack it? I mean, so we use something called a biophilic design, wherein
Huh.
we need a space, but space can be recovered. But I need double the space. So we, like you see in my background, you can see the car,
The
the,
park.
the park.
The park.
Below that is
Huh.
STP. Below that is STP,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So
Hmm.
I design such a way. I do below the road, below the pathway, below the basement. Now we are doing for artist
Hmm.
developers, multiple large. We are talking about 2,000 plus flats,
Hmm.
massive STPs in the basement
Hmm.
along with the building. So
Hmm.
when I make a
Hmm.
building, we say that make the STP together. It's not an
Okay.
add-on. Don't make it like an
Hmm.
add-on thing or a bolt-on, right? It's built in, integrated. So make
Okay.
the building along so that space is required, right? So, but
Okay.
we need apple-to-apple comparison. We need the space. Then the capex is slightly more,
Hmm.
20% more because we have a lot of civil work. Normal
Hmm.
STP, you just wet a room and you put some motor
Yeah,
blower.
modular. Yeah,
Yeah,
modular. Huh. Hmm.
here, you need to have a civil work. So the capex is more, but running cost is
Hmm.
way, way less. And the large thing
Hmm.
is we are more like a disruptor. Like 99.9% is conventional STP.
Hmm.
99.9%. That's a MBR,
Right.
MBR, right? So we are trying to disrupt the whole thing. So, and how can you be? Because that's a safe bet. Though it doesn't work,
Yeah, yeah,
it's a
yeah,
safe bet. So
sure.
that these are the three challenges which we face when you meet up.
Okay. And existing apartments that have an STP, if they are not happy with it, can they shift to this, or they wouldn't have the space to be able to make room
No,
for
yeah,
this,
yeah,
right?
yeah. We can. There are, I mean, obviously we need space, but there are
Huh.
many places we have done it. We've done the conversion,
Huh.
and what we do is we once you do the conversion, we it's not easy because we need to collect money from every apartment or every house, right?
Hmm.
So we always need a champion in that particular apartment to do
Yeah.
this, right? So we take the champion. Okay, done it. Tell us your story. How did you do this? How did you
Huh.
collect the money? Collecting the money is the
Hmm.
biggest headache, right?
Hmm.
How to
Hmm.
collect the money? What are the challenges you faced? How did you do this? And we put it on
Huh.
YouTube, and we have few cases wherein, and then okay, so, and many people fail in this collecting money because
Yeah.
we don't, we are a democracy. Half the will agree, half the will not agree,
Hmm.
and if you have a basic STP, we tend to put oil and run it. It's our
Yeah.
Indian mentality. We don't want to
Yeah.
change it, right? Let it
Okay.
let it run. So but it's
Yeah.
possible.
Okay. Okay. And who were your early customers? Like first two, three people who bought this idea, and how long was that process? And did it teach you something? Did it change the way you were executing it in any way?
Yeah, in fact, early on we got incubated in Brigade Reap.
Yeah.
So we thought we can sell to Brigade straight. Because that was the idea,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Good idea. Yeah.
we went to Brigade, but they did a full study, patiently listened, and they gave some 18 points why we couldn't sell to them. 18 points, right? Very specific. So we went back to the drawing board. Right? That is a very raw model what we had. So we worked on it.
Hmm.
So huge product feedback we got. Now we improved the product. And we went to a client called Co-Evolved Estates, Suhail Rahman, my first customer. So and he was a champion for us, and he had a challenge in his STP. He had all STPs. He tried everything and failed. So he said, "Guys, I'll bet on you." And he's a guy who paid us a check, and we always take the advance money. He paid the deposit, and then he took the confidence, and we made it work beautifully. And he gave a testimonial saying that, wow. And he said,
This
I saved
is
money by putting EcoSTP. And when a builder
huh,
says, I saved money, that the news spreads. Right. It's not about sustainability. Somebody says, I saved money after putting EcoSTP. Because in his case, he had to, uh, ours is only a depth of 2.2 meter. In their case, they had to dig very deep in normal STPs. And it's a rocky place and breaking rocks. It would have been very expensive for him to put a normal STP. So
huh,
definitely saved money, and that really helped too. And that's how they started. And slowly we got few customers, and then we build up the thing and we showcase the thing. And what we do is we make customers speak. Right? It's very
huh,
difficult to, when you say 99.9% is SBR, MMBR, and if I go and say that
yeah,
no power, no chemical, who's going to believe you? So
yeah, that's true.
we make customers speak, and that slowly is filled up. So now we have around 25 customers, 26 customers now speaking about us. This is a long,
Acha.
yeah, it's a long. It's not one. It's not and we take only for the top man, CEO level guys,
Uh-huh.
and these are 4 minute, 5 minutes long videos.
Videos.
Yeah, what is the problem you faced, how it is done, and etc. etc. The one we have recently shot was with the in near Chennai, Tada. Tada is near Nellore, Tata Steel
Huh,
Factory. So
yeah.
here we went and we took the video, and the general manager, he was so happy with the STP. He was showing the water, STP water, treated water, like a distillery, wearing a Tata uniform, Ratan Tata in the background. So he gave the nice
So
video, and he got approved internally. And then, because end of the day, okay, you're a private limited company, but I'm doing for a social cause, right?
yeah.
And that really helped us to. Then we got Berger Paints and others because of the. So we have now 40% of the customers are from factories.
Huh.
60% are
Okay.
from
Okay.
the.
So lovely. You sell to both, right? You sell to builders and you sell to factories.
Yeah.
And is the product any different, or what is, or is it the same to execute with factories or with apartments? Is there anything different
Yeah,
in
no, no.
approaching these two sets of customers?
Yeah, it's the same product because we work on
Huh.
human waste,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, and of course, there's another vertical we have is school colleges. So all the school colleges also been, see, all
Huh.
of them are legally have to put a STP, all school colleges in India,
Right. Right.
but
Right.
very few do. They all let out to the drain and water
Yeah.
bodies, right? So the tech is same. There will be some changes for factories because factories they're good because they maintain it, they take
Yeah.
care of it. Yeah, so the complaint centric, right? So those are the very complex. They make sure that all the approvals are in place. No, those things. But tech is same because the human waste is what is coming in. But the new product which I'll talk about, which coming up, is for the chemical market. That will be exclusively suited for factories, which you are working on for the effluent treatment market.
Okay. Okay. So the factories are easier to convert because they have a lot more to lose,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because they have
correct.
more. Okay. Okay. Lovely. And in terms of your client base, so there are builders and as well as industries. How did it all start? Like, so you said, okay.
Let me
You said
again go back to
you
my
did few you
yeah.
did few yeah you did a few customers and they spoke for you, and then that's how it increased,
Yeah,
right?
right. So we started with the like I said, few customers we started with this, and then slowly build up. So one of the thing we did is we went all over India. People used to come all the way to Bangalore to see STP. So now we deployed all over, in fact, in 25 states, going to be 26 states,
Huh.
one each. And then they build up the mass slowly. So they come and see the STP and they got working and completely word by mouth, right? And then a lot
Okay.
of opposing challenges and theory. One good thing that really helped us, we deployed in pollution control board in Bangalore. So because they are the regulator.
Okay.
Yeah. So and they said, guys, they saw the brochure. Okay, no power.
Uh,
My long list, no power, no chemical, no operators, no order. And he repeated,
uh,
okay, no order, okay, no plumb, no power, okay, no chemical, no moving
uh.
parts, okay, show it to me. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to kill you. Right?
And did they pay you? Did they pay you for that, or it was
Yeah,
a
the paid, the entire civil cost, the paid. We made a small concession, but entire civil work is done by them, and it worked, and no moving parts. And they test out the water in the lab, and once that's working, and that's where they got the confidence. So the regulator, and we are the only guys. They before choosing us, they tried all of they checked out all of the SBR and MBR, and they knew that it's difficult for them to maintain. And one good thing about I mentioned Bharati is this works with only one toilet. I don't need 30% load. So that's why the factories, when the Saturday, Sunday they're off, normal STPs don't work because there's no load coming in. So the aerobic bacteria
Okay.
which lives,
Okay.
that needs food to bacteria needs food, right? Just blowing air will not help, right? Then where the food
Yeah,
Saturday
yeah.
Sunday, yeah. So no
That's
food in
right.
a apartment, food keeps coming. Somebody keeps flushing.
Yeah, yeah.
So in a KSPCB or factory, school colleges, in weekends there's no food coming in. So there's no
Huh.
thing coming out. So we deployed so they're very happy with this one toilet working business. So that's a role model, and that's how we build up the case.
And how do you do this? So you go and make construct. So part of it is civil, right?
Oh,
So you
right,
go
right,
and
right.
construct all of this. How does that happen?
Yeah, yeah. So the way it works is our business model is to sell the license, the tech
Huh.
license, right? So
Huh.
we only give so we want to be as much as local as possible. So this what you see here is the STP works. We sell
Huh.
the bacteria, the filter media, the drawings. We call a kit. So what it is buy the kit from us and add concrete. STP is ready. It's completely done. And you met Lokesh. So Lokesh he's a Six Sigma Master Black Belt. We worked
Huh.
with another partner called Rishi, who's a software guy, and we made a software called Flow. It's a built-in software, proprietary software, with which I can control from remote. So I can control the quality, right? So because I'm taking accountability and ownership. If something goes wrong, we are accountable. So
Okay.
to give an example of Ladakh, Ladakh we deployed STP using Ladakh material, Ladakh labor,
Huh.
controlled from
Huh.
Bangalore, using the
Huh.
flow software. So we control centrally. So that's what we're
Huh.
doing in Bangladesh and Maldives. So the whole world we can control now from India just by doing the licensing model. So we perfect the art of delivery. We might change the business case later on, but right now this is what we do. And we recently got a grant from Titan to do a lot more work on this. So some of the structures also which we may start selling later. But this is what we do now, a tech license, and it is what we do now.
And you get paid when so you give the license and people have to then construct and you get paid only when that whole thing is working, right? So it's your job to make it work, although you're doing it remotely.
Yeah, yeah. So we take an initial deposit at 50% advance we take initially, and then before adding the bacteria, we add the balance. So that's how it is. So it's a very neat model.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah,
Got
go
it. And
ahead.
Tarun, what are the challenges of scaling something like this? Is it the people or is it the sales cycle? What are the key things that impacts the way you can grow this?
Yeah, I think the one main challenge is I'm trying to disrupt a marketplace.
Right.
So that's a big challenge. So if 99.9% is against you, it's difficult to convince them. The competition is very tough. The competition, we have to be always on our toes because bad news spread faster. So competition is trying to push us down as much as possible. The competition, dirty tricks department are active always, right? The consultants, which I call the consultants are used to motor-based STPs. That's what they learned. The
Huh.
MEP and PhD
Huh.
consultants and
Huh.
all the
Huh.
pollution control board architects.
Huh.
All it's like an Ayurvedic MBBS MD doctor agreeing for a Ayurveda or a protocol. They not do right. So it takes some time to show them. So that's a big challenge. Of course, the capex is slightly higher, but that's offset by the our return on investment less than 2 years. So that's not the issue. Yeah, but
Okay.
what we're doing now is knowing this, we're building a huge foundation, very powerful foundation, so that we can really scale up once this thing goes up. And we also were waiting for some big tickets to climb. Like we in North India, we're not grown much, though we are, but we are doing for Adani Realty. So once the Adani Realty goes live in Gurgaon, the entire that news should spread. Because if Adani Realty works EcoSTP, then that definitely so yeah. These are the challenges. What
Okay. And is there a regulation that works in our favor? I know that there is a regulation for all the apartments to have an STP in some of the, at least I think in Bangalore there is one. I'm not sure about the other states. So are regulations helping you in any ways or it just helping the STP industry, not eco STP as such?
Yeah, regulation is a yes and no. It's like in this case, pollution control board, we have an installation done. So it's a good showcase
Ah.
for us. So we say, okay, PCB itself is using us, so trust us, it helps us. But yeah, that's only. Otherwise, there's no regulatory. It's not very empowered. The team is not empowered. It's not there. They don't really. Everybody puts on the drain. You know how it is. Everybody dumps on the drain, right? Entire
Hmm.
Bangalore waste goes in the lakes. Even now, it's all the noise.
Ah.
Entire Chennai waste goes to Coombe River, right? You are from
Hmm.
Chennai, right? So that's how
Yeah.
it is. It's not enforced. It is how it is. But yeah, but slowly things are changing. But couple things helped. For example, we got selected in the Amrit grant. I think you are involved that Amrit
Yeah.
grant. So
Huh.
2.0. So
Huh.
we got a grant when we deployed STP under with the Amrit money in Majnuka Tila in Delhi, and it's working well. It's
Huh.
a public toilet. The waste was going all over the place, and with Amrit, so we got enlisted in Amrit, and we were one of the few startups in 2.0 which actually working, which the money is spent and we can showcase something. So that Amrit, we are getting more leads to Amrit. So through government,
Hmm.
that's a growth. We are really hoping that Amrit can be a big help for
Hmm.
us. So we're trying to deploy a few in Bangalore, etc. for Amrit. So that's yeah.
Hmm.
And then PCB, and we deployed one. Yeah, not really government, along with an NGO called Water Aid, we deployed in
Hmm.
Yamuna. So the entire
Hmm.
water in a village called Barman Kalan
Huh.
was going to a Yamuna holy place called Barman Kalan, where the people take
Hmm.
dip. There we deployed funded by a local panchayat and the Water Aid. We deployed STP
Hmm.
and now clean water goes in, and that's a great case study. So
Hmm.
slowly the groundswell is happening. So we're hoping that all this will help.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. And you have done over 300 STPs till today. In terms of turnover, where are you now, and what are you looking at next 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't talk the numbers. We are
Huh.
growing. We are growing well. We are profitable. All right. So the two parts we are looking. One is for growing numbers,
Huh.
obviously, business.
Huh.
And since we are funded by Habitat for Humanity, we are very purpose driven, and we also look at the metrics. How much
Huh.
about the impact metrics. So let me just check out live now. Yeah, right now, see, we have a real time ticker running on the website. So we have so far treated 6 billion we crossed. Now we're going to be 7 billion soon in the next couple of
Hmm.
months. We, as of now, 6719 ml is what treated as of today, right? So
Huh.
yeah, so that's so 6 billion treated so far without power of chemicals. We want to make it 10 billion. Maybe
Hmm.
I think in a year's or 1 years, 1.5 years time, we'll hit 10 billion. It's a big landmark we're looking for. So 10 billion
Right.
liters of sewage is almost equal to 5 days of Bangalore's water
Hmm.
supply. Without power chemicals, what looking at power saved as of now, we are looking at 12,000 megawatts of power we saved, and India's power is coming from coal. So that is 9,675 tons of coal we saved. This is an insight we got from IIT Madras when they did a study on our 180-degree consulting. They did a
Hmm.
study on us. We found instead of saying CO2, because India's power is mostly from coal.
Yeah.
So talk about coal saved because your STP needs grid power. It can't run with solar.
Yeah.
It's a true coal saving. So as of now, we
Right.
saved some 9,605 tons of coal. So these are the
Hmm.
metrics we are looking at the financial numbers as well as this, as we are looking for. Yeah.
And then when you grow from saving 6 billion liters of water to 10 billion, that's like 100%, whatever, 50% growth in a year. What is the, what are you going to need for it? What kind of capital expenditure and what kind of marketing expenditure and all of that? Talk to me about all of that. Uh,
Yeah, so one is definitely the team. What we done. Let me talk a bit on what we have today, right, and what we have
right.
tomorrow. So
Yeah.
one we build up the one we build in the base, right. So the base is what important. So we have the like you can see on screen, right, the 25 CEOs.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 25 CEOs give a
Yeah.
testimonial, and we want to increase it. That's the base we are building up. We have the team now. The team, very important to have the team who can scale. So we have Tarun,
Hmm.
Lokesh, Murli, Ramya,
Hmm.
Dr. Nazia, so and the investor Habitat for Humanities. This is a base what we have. Now to go to next level, this is a team already built, and team you can't build a team overnight. So this is a team already
Yeah.
knows how to do it. Right there, that's a
Hmm.
solid base which you already built in, right? And
Hmm.
now the scale up. We're looking for some kind of some fundraising to do the next level of the thing. So the tech is proven. The way how to do this deliver at remote is proven. Now is
Hmm.
question of massive exponential scale, and we have,
Hmm.
like I said, we have clients like others going live, others developers going live soon in a couple of months' time. Others is a big
He's a
number.
big builder, yeah.
A big builder going live in soon. We have, like I said, Adani Realty is going live in soon. So once these customers go live, we'll really look at a massive exponential growth, and we are profitable. At the same time, we're looking for investment because we can grow slowly, no harm.
Yeah.
But if it get some money, we can actually exponentially grow, and that's a plan. And we're looking into, like I said, one is the bacteria research, and looking at the house for the bacteria. Let me just take to that this thing. Can you see the screen, right? We are working with IIT Jammu on building a new bacteria called PEB, phenol eating bacteria is code named. It's a stealth research now, which for the chemical market, for the ETP market. Right now, this is working in the lab very well,
Okay.
but you have to take some time to do it in the field, right? So that is just right. So this is a joint IP, joint commercialization program with IIT Jammu.
Right.
So that is working on. Now this is bacteria, and the house for the bacteria. This is which I call house of bacteria. We're developing along with the Titan grant. So both are coming up soon. That also needs some money to expand, because it's again a large vertical on its own. Yeah, so these are the few plans we have for the future.
Yeah, lovely. And how old is your oldest system, and how long has it been running? Just last question. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one running for 7 years now. 7 years for Povial Estates, working very well. In recently, a team from IIM Bangalore and Credai visited there without telling us, and they were starting by the by the water quality. Water is reused for they've been using water over 2,000 times, same water, regeneration, right? So that's the oldest plant what we have.
Okay, Tarun. Yeah, thanks. That would be all, and thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you. Nice to have me.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.